School of thinking believes that both of these sizes are not ideally the best suited for the market, and the most ideal SKU selection should have been the 1100 R20. The legacy of BKT being in that sense in the commercial space. We are not making tires for personal consumption. So we are already in the commercial space. Just so happens that it's off the road, and we do have engineering pedigree, engineering embedded knowledge in the organization. So it makes absolute sense for us to come on road tires in the commercial vehicle space. We have got inbuilt advisories to help the customer understand all these points. The industry today is completely blind.
For retreading, you think?
For retreading.
Yeah.
They are completely blind, they are not, and which in a way is a disservice to the country also. Because if you are talking about sustainability, your first port of call should be at least getting the next life
out of the tires,
from the tires.
True.
And and it's better economics for the fleet operator, at least in the luxury bus segment. The current practice is that the global brands are preferred more.
Okay. In coaches.
In coaches.
Okay.
As opposed to the
Indian homegrown brands.
The Indian homegrown. While in cargo it's the
opposite,
complete opposite.
True.
But in the so if you were to travel from Bombay to, let's say,
Indore or somewhere,
since we are a product technology intensive organization, this is an area we have chosen as our next segment. We are not in a numbers game. We are clearly not in a numbers game. We are clearly out to establish the superiority of our product.
Hello everyone, I am Rajesh Rajgor and welcome to another conversation on Motorindia's YouTube channel. BKT has a solid reputation globally as well as in India across three different verticals in tires, which is off-the-road tires, and these are in agriculture, mining and construction. But the company has recently dwelled into commercial vehicle tires and with a solid vision for future. To understand more about this journey, we have the legendary commercial vehicle man of India and especially someone who knows tire well, Mr. Satish Sharma. Mr. Sharma, thank you for joining with us.
Thank you for having me.
And before we get into the nitty-gritties and details of commercial vehicle tires from BKT, give us a big picture of what strategies and strategic opportunities does BKT want to tap into the commercial vehicle tires?
At the very onset, I would say it's a growing market. The economy is growing, the economy runs on wheels, which means more commercial vehicles are needed, right from the 1 ton to the 70 tons payload, for example. And that calls for good products with respect to wheels and tires. And the market is, I should say, undercrowded in the sense that for decades we have had 90% of share of the market being between 4 players. And within that, the top 2 are significantly ahead of the lagging 2.
True.
And then also if you add to it the legacy of BKT being in that sense in the commercial space. We are not making tires for personal consumption. So we are already in the commercial space. Just so happens that it's off the road. And we do have engineering pedigree, engineering embedded knowledge in the organization. So it makes absolute sense for us to come on road tires in the commercial vehicle space. So that's primarily the first reason, the growing Indian market. And definitely we see a good space for a 5th entrant. That's one. To the second part of your question, yes, we are trying to do things differently. We are not seeing the market as one homogeneous segment. We definitely seem to think that it's a heterogeneous market with very different customer needs in different parts of the country, in different applications. And we are looking at the trends which are currently on, and we are marrying ourselves our strategy to those growing trends, and that's the way we are entering the market.
Fantastic. I mean, thanks for that bigger picture and an overview of why you decided to enter. And the way that what I take away from this answer of yours was right from the last mile to the long haul.
Yes.
Heavy duty trucks. You would have range and requirement available for across the range and different applications.
Yes.
Now, taking your experience from the off-road tires, what key engineering developments, of course, in the radial tire segment from the last mile to the long haul, would you specifically address, especially for different terrains and different operating conditions that the fleet operators have?
Yeah, I would say fundamentally the point on abrasion resistance, cuts and chips, different compounds for different terrains. It's just that many of those applications in our off-highway experience, they run on slower speeds. Here you have to marry the speed angle to it. But the knowledge of the compound and which is there in off-highway, some part of it is immensely suitable to the on-highway space, and we bring that knowledge. And that apart, I mean, finally, it's the same product.
Yeah.
It's a tire engineering, and when you have examined that part of engineering in a different way, there is a lot of absorbed knowledge which cannot be granulated and said, this specific aspect is going to help. But it's like familiar ground with the enthusiasm of doing newer things in a better way.
Correct. Yeah. So at this stage, would you want to specify the tire types or range that you are looking at currently?
Yeah, most happily so. So the market is 90% what was erstwhile called as 1000 R20, which after the axle load regulation 5 or 6 years back became a non-standard size came into practice, which is called 295/90 R20. Our school of thinking believes that both of these sizes are not ideally the best suited for the market, and the most ideal SKU selection should have been the 1100 R20. And this is also evidenced in the fact that 1100 R20 sales has been growing in the last couple of years. But it's an area which is under-penetrated, under-serviced, gets very little attention from the big players, the big boys. And this is an area we have chosen as our beachhead to enter the market with the 1100 R20 dimension.
Got it.
Because our technical understanding of the market suggests that this is the ideal way to do things. Of course, it calls for a lot of change management. It would call for behavioral change. It would call for some practices changing, and etc. But it's a growing trend, and no established player. So if we look at all these factors together, we are putting a lot of bet on the 1120 SKU.
And is it, could you also elaborate that whether your inclination towards 11 or 20 tires, is it because of some specific needs of the customers? Is it like, they were asking for some more uptime, durability, or higher mileage?
Yeah, all of that. I mean, those fundamental needs are not going to change.
Okay.
It's just that this SKU will answer to those needs in a better way. Because it's a higher dimension, it's got more volume of air, and therefore higher ability to, it's the right dimension. I mean,
True.
So it's just when everything is right, you get better performance. So it's most ideally suited. It's still a 20-inch wheel, but with a higher section width.
Correct.
So not much changes, but it can be a good incremental step. So if I take you decades back, in the 90s, India was a 920 market.
Yeah.
Which then graduated to a 1020. Ideally, the 1020 should have become 1120, but the industry sort of digressed to a non-standard movement, a lateral movement called 295/90/20. So we are just correcting that and going straight up to 1120, which is a natural, logical progression.
Got it. And would this call for some sort of engineering back-end change, or do you already have that wherewithal to make such tires? And how are customers, responding when you come up with saying, okay, we are ready with this?
So we have mixed response. Some are really, the trendsetters are already with this trend, like I said, and they're happy that somebody is taking the trend seriously. So that's the first. Early adopters are very happy with us. And then there are people who find any change discomforting, and who then needs to be made to understand the change more rationally.
Yeah.
And when you explain it to them how it improves efficiency and the performance of their fleet, etc., they're happy to listen to these arguments. And some of them choose to go this way. Some of them are still skeptical.
Got it.
But then that's an ongoing.
Yeah.
And for every change to happen, there's a tipping point that comes, and then the change becomes all pervasive. So, and I don't think we're too far away from that tipping point. So we are, whatever little experience we have had in the last 3 months, we have enough of the universe which is thinking in the same way as we are thinking.
And during the course of these discussions, do points like casing durability and readability comes in? Like, what do you promise them?
Yes, of course. So the other change that we are doing, not just the selection of this particular size and SKU, we are also wanting to explain to them that overloading is not the right way to do things. So when we are saying India is, the nature of the market is overloading. What we are suggesting is extreme overloading is bad. So outliers on both sides are not good.
Correct.
You can refrain yourself from the extreme overloading situation, because that gives you a casing failure of close to 40%, whatever may be the brand. Yeah. And we are just asking them not to play in that. So we are looking at the normal distribution of the market, and therefore we are saying that up to 140% of the rated load you can go with our product, and that covers about 70% of the market.
Got it.
And so we are not wanting to really go and explain too much if the customer is not wanting to listen, who says, no, my model is built on this extreme overloading, and I say, okay, there are brands that you can choose. We are happy not to. So we are looking at the 70% of the universe, and which is a little bit of sorting of the market is required, a little bit of selection bias needs to creep in, some strict policies need to be given. It's definitely the tougher way forward, but it's also a way forward which shows that we understand the market, we have a thought which is different to the others, and we have propositions which talk more sense to the. And then once the customer buys into this logic, then we work with the customer to say that you can actually save the casing for the next life.
True.
And to your durability point. So that now that you're a more disciplined operator relatively, because you're still overloading till 140%, so relatively you are a better disciplined user. The next logical step for you is to minimize the abuse of the product.
Correct.
By better usage, by better practices that you need to do with the product. We have got inbuilt advisories to help the customer understand all these points. But we have a larger program called Save the Casing, which we are deploying bit by bit to this customer segment. And then our next step would be to promote the second life. And this is where the industry today is completely blind.
For retreading, you think?
For retreading.
Yeah.
They are completely blind, they are not, and which in a way is a disservice to the country also.
Assets,
because if you are talking about sustainability, your first port of call should be at least getting the next life
out of the tires,
from the tires.
True.
And so and it's better economics for the fleet operator.
Hmm.
Yeah, so everything, and this language is really different from what the current market practice is. And we are hoping that this again will resonate with the right users, the right kind of users, or the kind of users that we are targeting.
Got it.
And then this base will swell over time. That's the pitch that we have.
Wonderful. No, fair and valid point. In fact, I like the approach that you said you were working with customers, building their confidence and helping them understand what your tires can typically do. And that is actually a correct approach, because you being a veteran in the industry might also be aware that this industry works on relationship. A lot of tire manufacturers and the operators work in sync with each other because they know each other for a decade and long. How are you going to further kind of enhance their confidence in terms of, as you mentioned, kilometers warranty that you give, or the second life warranty that you give? Are you doing some customer engagement program or marketing program in which you tell them that these are the results of our field trials, or the model that works now is the pay per kilometer for the trucks? Are you approaching all of these aspects?
No, many of those things that you have said are different from each other, but we'll stick to the extracting the second life from the product. So that is going to be delivered through what we have devised as a program called Save the Casing.
Okay.
Which is largely the way you use your casing. If you do not have repair infrastructure in the country, come back to your base station. We'll point out where and how and the repairs should be made, so if it is necessary, or other practices, other good practices, best practices which are needed to make sure that the percentage of tires that go into getting a second life increases. So that's where we are focused at, and that's the plan.
And would you want to throw some numbers in terms of what is your initial target, not just retreading, but of course acquiring new customers?
What we have understood, currently the market is about 20 to 30% tires only retreaded. Which is a very abysmal percentage. And what we would like to target at least is to go up to the 70%. So there's a long runway.
Certainly, yeah.
There's a long runway ahead of us, and we think that that's possible.
Yeah. And are there any particular program apart from this to acquire customers from different segments? Are you looking at, say, cold chain, typical long haul, or certain segments in last mile? What are your strategies to acquire different customers?
So our broad strategy is that we want to stay away from extreme overloading guys. That's our umbrella strategy as far as cargo is concerned. Anyone who fits the 140% limit is our customer. Now that could be a cold chain guy by nature is a fixed load.
Yeah.
So they would naturally fall into, and like I said, 70% of the customers, all of e-commerce will fit in, for example, tanker guys, these guys. But a whole lot of cargo people, many of tipper guys will probably not come. Yeah. So
the tip and trailer guys as well?
Tip trailer will come. Trailer will come. But it will also depend then on the cargo.
True.
Maybe a iron carrying may not fit.
Got it.
Cements will definitely fit in.
So
those kind of.
Got it. And in terms of the strength that you'd want to tell your customers in terms of manufacturing, design, and engineering, because it is, of course, the off-road DNA that you have also inherited. But in terms of the confidence that you were talking about, how would you tell them that we have the right tire for the right application and solution?
Firstly, from a manufacturing standpoint, first is our embedded knowledge, like I said. Second point is that we have put a state-of-art plant. We are the latest to enter here, so we are blessed with the right equipment, the latest on equipment technology, the latest on industry 4.0 concepts, and therefore high productivity, and which means less cost. We are a vertically integrated solution in Bhuj, where we produce carbon black as well and generate our own power, which does give us a little bit on cost advantage and competitiveness. So all these points come together for us, which ensure that we are got the product out at the right cost for the customer. Which does not mean that we are going to discount our product or we are going to be at par with the best. And but hopefully over time we'll make better margins than our peer group. So that's on the manufacturing part. On the application to fit part is, of course, our whole pitch is based on advising the customer to do the right thing. Now, the limit here is, or the opportunity here is that pretty much no one is doing that. Everyone is in the volume game. You know. So at this stage of our life cycle, we are pretty much in choosing our customers with whom we want to. So where to play is our important strategy.
Correct.
The next is how to play.
Exactly.
And our right to win. So that's the series that we are, and that will then hopefully go horizontal and give us a market share.
And what would be the distribution strategy for this? Like, you have the same dealership outlets that you already have, or like, are you scouting for more? What are the numbers currently? And
no, our go-to-market is again different than competition.
Okay.
We are going through it through distributors. We have appointed in the commercial vehicle 43 distributors.
Okay.
So we sliced and diced the country into 43 geographies, and these are, most of them are from non-tires.
Okay.
But they are from the automotive space.
Got
so
it.
they are
multi-brand retail is already existing.
No, they are distributing spare parts of Tata Motors or Ashok Leyland or something like that. They have huge turnovers. They bring with them a very strong relationship with the fleets already. So that's a starting. So we have an entrepreneur in the field who is well organized and who comes on board with great relationships. So that itself is a positive handicap for us. And these people in turn will appoint dealers, and through that the tires will go into the.
Wonderful.
But we again seem to believe that this is a virtuous chain. And it will give us an advantage which is perhaps quite meaningful over the existing model of go-to-market.
Correct.
That's what we like to think.
And correct me if I'm wrong, like, this strategy would also mean that you are first in the aftermarket space, as in, I use the word aftermarket, where typically the fleet operators buy goods and the spare parts, and you're going there first. And then, of course, is there a OE strategy as well to align yourself to the 4 or 5 OEMs that work here?
Yeah, so obviously we'll go to the OEMs, but that in phase 2. Right now we would focus on the aftermarket, like you say, and let the good word spread from the end user to the OEM, that they would rather buy trucks in the next purchase which are fitted with BKT branded tires, for example. And once we reach that stage, that's the good time to approach OEMs.
Correct. And this would be, like I mentioned in one of my questions, like many companies have been able to market in a way where they say, okay, we'll do some trials in terms of cost per kilometers. Is that a model that you are also testing?
No, we are not testing that model, because that model is in different phases of execution.
Okay.
It's a tough model to implement, even with the latest technologies, etc. And so far, it's not got the kind of traction. And right now, we are in the phase of proving our product strategy right, and we want to stick to the core. Once we have fixed the product and the basic proposition, then maybe we can go to this adjacency and say, We can be a solution provider in the sense that we look at it in a subscription model basis, etc. But it's still an idea whose time is to come.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what about the product per se, like products evolution? Like you said, one product that you brought and you upping your game into that segment. Is there any other peripheral that the industry needs to work on?
So
because
the other
TPMS is what tire pressure monitoring system has been talked about, and many fleet operators are working on it. And of course, with the tire manufacturers, what is your take on technology's help in upgrading the tire life, and of course the other peripherals like better fuel mileage and good uptime and efficiency for the operator?
So like I explained to you, one is the right customer segment, but the second big task is retreading. So you have to learn to walk before you start to run.
Yeah.
Of course, TPMS can help if you maintain right pressure, etc., and all that. So our focus is the right segment, then retreading, and to the right segment, there is another growing trend which I have not spoken about, which is the movement of people.
Yeah.
So if you see around, the bus population is, and here I don't know how much your knowledge is there on this matter, but again in the bus segment, at least in the luxury bus segment, the current practice is that the global brands are preferred more.
Okay. In coaches.
In coaches.
Okay.
As opposed to the
Indian homegrown brands.
The Indian homegrown. While in cargo, it's the complete opposite.
True.
But in the so if you were to travel from Bombay to, let's say,
Indore or somewhere,
on a Volvo,
most
often than not you will find
a foreign brand.
A foreign brand. Okay. So and this is a growing trend.
Wow,
now,
interesting.
Since we are a product technology intensive organization, this is an area we have chosen as our next segment to focus on. So again, we find the big boys are not there. It's a growing trend, a white space, and we want to come with a good Indian alternative. And challenge them.
Plus their routes are fixed. You know how much kilometers they do in a day.
They're not the overloading.
Exactly.
They are the right guys, good speed. So this is a great technology demonstrator. If we can, and that again will establish our.
Correct.
So that's the other segment that we are looking at. And to come back to TPMS, yes, of course, everybody may be working. We are also working.
Sure.
Again, we are looking at it very differently. We are not just looking at the vanilla advantages of TPMS, which is the pressure and temperature. But we are bundling in a lot more end user benefits. And we are working with third-party innovators. Along with them, we are developing a product, but it's a little far away for me to speak right now.
Fantastic. And let me also probe you on the bus aspect that you touched. Would you be then working with the bus bodybuilders or operators? Because both again work in hand. Of course, there are operators with the bus operator federations, and then a lot of.
We would be working with the customer.
Customers, in the operators.
The operator.
Operators.
The operator who understands a lot of things, which is turnaround time.
Correct.
Importance of tires. They just do not want any failures at all because it means a lot of downtime.
True.
So uptime is very important. So their needs are very high speeds. So those kind of things. Of course, it's a tough segment, and they have over time have these perceptions that only these brands work and these don't. So to break into that will take some time. But it's a growing. The people movement is increasing. The trend is very positive. So it's going to become a very meaningful market segment.
Wonderful. And in terms of immediate priorities and plans, do you now what I see is you have equal weightage on both passenger vehicles, as in the buses, plus the transport side, as in the last mile to long haul. But is there some internal targets that you would want to share, or number that you think, okay, let's focus 60% on buses and 40% on trucks?
No, we have a published revenue target of 5,000 crores by 2030. It's an externally published vision statement from the on-highway products.
Okay.
Not just CV, PV, two-wheeler. And that's what we should most likely achieve.
Yeah, and this will happen through a more product evolution as well. Of course, we spoke about one segment of or type of tire.
So the point, Rajesh, is we're going to have the whole portfolio.
Whole portfolio.
But our focus is in choosing the battleground, choosing the market segment,
Yeah.
Understanding the real needs of the customer in that segment, and servicing them in a way which is different than what they. So we are not in a numbers game.
Yeah.
We are clearly not in a numbers game. We are clearly out to establish the superiority of our product and the, should I say, the superiority or the advantage of our thought process for the end user, for a better experience, better cost economics, better uptime, all of that.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we are betting on, and we believe numbers is a byproduct of the good word shall spread around, and we shall get our fair share.
You touched upon very important word here, which is the cost economics. Indian customers, as you know, of course, want quality, but at the Indian price. And comparatively, if you are, say, cheaper, but you deliver that quality, then they are yours. What is your take on that? Like, how is the market changing?
Pretty much. I mean, I could have given that we are, using the most advanced machines, the latest in this thing and that thing. We could have positioned ourselves 5% higher than the existing, but we are not going to do that. We'll be at par. So you get a superior value at the current, cost of ownership.
As in the price point.
From the price point. So we're not charging a premium, which ideally we should, because the inputs are also more expensive.
So the overall focus is on the TCO at the moment.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Got it.
You have to understand the customer is not going to just give you because you're the latest kid in the room.
Exactly.
You have to prove your, you have to walk the talk. And once that is experienced by the customer, then let us see where does he wants to place us in the scheme of things.
And at this point, would you want to share some customer experience or field trial or feedbacks that you have got already?
All very positive, which is, I would say, blessings to the team which is working on it. We have done a lot of homework in connecting the needs of the customer. We've had a lot of brainstorming and coming to where and what we want to do. We have a team which is, I should say, technologically the best in terms of their previous knowledge and applying it to the strategy that we have. Early word from everywhere, we have put our product actually scary in the way that everybody is super positive.
Okay.
So we have a expectation overload to
achieve that and keep it maintaining.
Yeah. It's in that sense a little bit scary, but yeah. So far we hear good words, and currently we are not able to produce enough for the market. We are still in very early stages. But I believe that current equity is ahead of our ability to serve the market.
Okay.
That's where we are right now.
And you mentioned about the Bhuj facility. Would that be used for the CV division as well? Okay, but that is a new line or an installed capacity?
No, it's a new line. It's a new line. It's a brownfield within the Bhuj facility. It's a specialized, you can say, a shed for these tires.
Would you want to share some numbers? How much you do for CVs per month or per annum?
We are happy to share. We have a vision to, right now we would, in the end of this few months, we should reach about 800 tires a day.
Okay, fantastic.
And we have a terminal capacity in this first phase of about close to 3,500 tires a day.
And one important aspect that I caught up from the whole conversation was the sustainability, durability, and the retreading. You said the casing. Is there a business bifurcation or division that you think, okay, focus is more on casing or retreading and the first use tires?
Right now, Immediately not.
Okay.
I mean, we may put up an ecosystem for retrading working with third-party collaborators.
Got it.
So we'll create an ecosystem, but we can have a more meaningful entry maybe if the whole strategy
Correct.
pans out the way we think it should, because retradability is super important for India.
True.
Not only for BKT.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, you, me, everyone should be talking about retradability. The government of India needs to talk about retradability. Through your good magazine, we should talk about retradability to make sure that enough regulations are there. Why are we not extracting one more life?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let me give you you will probably will find this as great news. How many times a tire in US is retraded, which is the best market in the world?
Correct. 3 or 4?
It's 5.
5. Okay.
The customer expectation, minimum number of retreats to be successful brand in US
It's 5.
is 5. Why? Because East Coast to West Coast, straight roads more or less, great tire technology, great roads, free rolling, no overloading, and so good practices, discipline, but you get 5 lives. I mean, they give some brands give 1 million miles guarantee
on retrading.
Yeah, so you can. I mean, that's the business model.
Correct.
Now it's almost very difficult to imagine that kind of a. But
second and third at least.
But we have now good infrastructure of road network. We're the highest road network in more or less in the world now. Our vehicle technology is improved.
True.
We have gone from rigid axle trucks to tip trailers.
Exactly.
And
the road trains that are coming in.
Road trains are coming in. So bit by bit, those steps are getting taken.
True.
Isn't this the right time to at least look for one more life?
Correct.
Forget 5.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah.
But today we are just wasting the casing. I mean, by grossly abusing it. So your safety on the roads is very poor. I mean, we are like, you know how bad the safety part is. And I think some help from regulations is also needed.
Got it.
So there are more advocates needed to
certainly
to push this.
Sure. No, I certainly understood that, and that's why my question was like, what is your preparation for that? You said you're building a network within, of course, the BKT ecosystem.
So we believe, you know, this world is full of complex projects, and the new business model is work by collaboration. So we create this network of collaborators who would be more than happy to deliver, make an effort in genuinely delivering the service.
Yeah.
That's what we are trying.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah,
wonderful
pleasure.
Speaking to you.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, always.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.